Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Isagenix overview and opportunity presentation. I'd love for you, if you haven't, if you're calling in via phone, it looks like we have many people calling in via phone. If you'd like to follow along with the slides, go ahead and get to join.me on your internet connection if you can in your browser, join.me, and the meeting code right on the home screen, you would type in Isagenix Conference. Isagenix Conference, it's all one word, lowercase is good, and you'll be able to see the slides with us tonight. My name is Jessica Johnston. I'm calling you guys today from South Carolina, and what I want to do over the next hopefully 45 minutes or so is walk you through this opportunity that we have going on. Why is someone so excited that invited you to this call, this webinar opportunity? Someone's excited. Someone is feeling good. Someone's had a life-changing experience, and they are sharing it with you. So if you are brand new, welcome. We want to do the very best we can to give you a ton of information today. Some of you are joining for product reasons. Some of you are joining us to hear about the money opportunity that's available. But what we're going to do tonight on this call is cover both as best we can at a high level, just to give you enough information to make it a good decision about if this is a good time for you in your life to explore Isagenix. If you want to understand why the person that invited you is so excited to share this with you, tonight will give you a great indication why. And so let me just start with a little bit of my story and then really get into the product education at a high level and then into the money opportunity and the reason that our lives as the Johnstons has drastically changed in the last, oh my goodness, 2.5 years. Okay, let's get going. As you watch these slides tonight, just think about other people that you may know. And I guarantee you there's probably many people that will come to mind. People who want to improve their health, maybe flush some body fat the easy way, the healthy way, the simple way. But also keep an open mind to think about people in your life who you know may be looking for supplemental income. Maybe they're looking for income at all. We have both of these opportunities in Isagenix, and this is why we're excited. And we're seeing profound changes in people's bodies and their health. We're seeing profound changes in their wallet too. So we'll walk you through that. But here's what I look like for those of you I haven't met yet. But this is what happened to me on the product. And the reason that I love to lead with product on these calls is because I would not be talking to you this evening if it were not for my experience on the product line. And then additionally, so many people, hundreds, now thousands of people that our team has put on this product line that has happened over and over and over again and is so heavily validated with the results that people are getting. And you can kind of see what happened for me. I was really looking at Isagenix from a health perspective. I had some 14 years of health issues. Somehow after 4 months on these products, I misplaced all of my medication that I was using, and I haven't been able to find it since. So that's been about 27 months now that I've misplaced that and haven't been able to find it. For me, the 11 pounds of fat that was emulsified in the first 20 days, that was just really a bonus for me, guys. I don't know a single woman out there that wouldn't love that, but ultimately I was looking for health reasons. Before we get started, talk to someone else if you need to about Isagenix. Get third-party validation. This is one of the places I like to send people. Literally, you can Google Isagenix. You can learn so many good things. You can see our endorsements all over by some of these people. That's Dr. John Gray, who's one of the top earners in our company. He actually formulated an entire product line specific to our gender. John Gray, I think most of you know, Chicken Soup for the Soul. The author of these books trains us. Jack Canfield, he actually trains us. He shows up at our trainings and works closely with Isagenix. Fox News is one of my favorite ones. Google Fox News Isagenix, and you're going to get some really good unbiased opinions of what this program is. I'd like to tell you why, for me personally, Isagenix has such an advantage right now, and then I'll walk you through some of these. But I did do the research. It took me about 1.5 years to jump into this company. I looked at 4 other companies before choosing this one, but every time I kept coming back to this company for the validity, for the research that was done, for the longevity of the company, for the debt structure. It had no debt. The nutritional benefit was out of this world, out of this world. To this day, 2.5 years later, I can tell you I've been challenged with every product out there as a fitness professional for the last 15, 20 years. To this day, I can tell you this is the cleanest, highest integrity product we've ever seen. So I love the fact that, of course, that it was natural, organic, gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, no chemicals, no artificial sweeteners. I love the fact that we had the highest quality of protein. Fitness professionals, you know your protein sources. There are different grades of protein. We have one of the highest grades of protein in the world. Our whey is sourced out of New Zealand. Those of you who know New Zealand, that's where you want your whey coming from. It's a cold processed protein. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Simplicity. It can't get any easier than Isagenix. Both from a product standpoint and from a monetary standpoint, from potentially building a business, it can't get any easier. You'll start to see that. It's flexible, forgiving. You get a coach. You get a coach. If you want a coach in this, the person who sponsors you becomes your coach. Someone else on your team could become your coach in this, to whatever extent you need us. This is not a diet. That was one of the best words I ever heard. Women and a lot of you men too, we're so tired of hearing about dieting. Diet is deprivation to the body. You're depriving the body of something, typically a lot of nutrients, protein, carbohydrates. Maybe you're even depriving your body of fat. But the truth is we need all of that. Our bodies need all of that. And so Isagenix is about abundance. This is about loading the body with great nutrition to allow the body to function better at a higher rate, with a stronger immunity, with stronger alkalinity, an increased pH of the body, if you will. And so you'll start to see this isn't about deprivation. I'll go through that. The more I got involved with Isagenix after I had a product experience, a really great product experience, was I couldn't believe the amount of professionals that I was running into and working with and meeting and surrounded by. I was just really blown away by the integrity of the company. And then timing, I'm going to talk to you at the end. It's one of my favorite topics. Right now is the time. You will see why. Right now is the time. So here we go with our health crisis. This is no secret. Right now, cancer is on the rise. There are cancer survivors on this phone right now. We applaud you. Everyone on this line knows someone with cancer. We all do. There is a health crisis in this country. Breast cancer, of course, you see it here, thyroid, autoimmune. Even obesity now is considered a disease. This is a study by the Center for Disease Control. The CDC is doing a study on obesity. Why? Because they consider it a disease now. Look at what happened. This is only 1995. This is not that long ago. And look at what's happening in our country. From an overweight, 87% of our country is overweight. 30% of this country, and I know we have international callers. I know that Australia and Mexico are right behind the United States with their percentages of overweight and obesity. More than 30% of Americans are considered obese clinically. Okay? And that's what's going on. So if you combine what's going on with the obesity rate that has increased dramatically over the last 10 years, combined with the increase of illness, we can tell you, any doctor on the line can validate for us. We can tell you that this is what's going on. And while Isagenix does not claim to cure anything, it does not claim to even put out symptoms of anything. It does not claim to heal. It is just a system of superfoods. It's just an abundant source of clean nutrition, formulated beautifully and put in the body. And when that is put into the body can do what it's supposed to do on its own when it's not bogged down. Here's what's going on. Here's why we're bogged down. We are deficient of nutrients. We are toxic. Another word for toxic is acidic. We are acidic people. It's what we're eating. It's the chemicals that we're putting on our skin when we put lotion on. It's the cosmetics that we use. It's the air that we're breathing. Our body's pH is acidic. We are supposed to be living in a neutral pH body or an alkaline body, even better. And so here you see 95% of us are acidic. We aren't getting the nutrients that we need because our food supply is shot. Foods are genetically modified. There's no more vitamins and minerals in the soils anymore. The soils are recycled and used over and over again, and the nutrients just aren't there. They're not getting into the plants anymore. Here's where our toxins are coming from. I already mentioned some of these, but right now, today, you all have heard of GMOs. It's one of the greatest sources of putting toxin into our body, toxic chemicals. So this tomato example, that's real. In fact, even better, tomatoes are picked early and young now for profitability. These companies are picking them, they're putting them in a truck, they're shipping them to where they're supposed to go, to a warehouse, and they get to that warehouse and they are spraying these green picked tomatoes with a gas. And that gas will turn that tomato red instantly and it will plump it right up. That gas is not enough to kill us. It's actually legal to feed us that tomato, but we're feeding these tomatoes to our family, and there's just enough gas, there's just enough toxic chemical in that tomato that our body's having to work overtime, even though it's not enough, and over time that starts to add up. Here is a slide directly off of Dr. Oz, who is a huge advocate of cleansing. You'll hear him talk about that weekly on his shows, but here's something that he discovered in a big study that his group of doctors. This is a comparison of organic food to conventional food. So if you take those two different farms, this was the average number of toxins found in each of these fruits or vegetables. So while conventional food, obviously, it's been sprayed with herbicide, pesticide, it's been genetically modified, it's been injected with something or grown in a lab, compared to organic food, there is a legal level of toxin allowed in organic food, even though it's still labeled organic. There's a legal level of toxin that can be in that. So even if you're eating all organic, that is a great step in the right direction, but our bodies are still getting toxic chemical. Today we have to eat, I have this little picture of an apple. Today we actually have to eat 8 apples to get the same nutrient value of 1 apple that we used to eat, like in our lunch box as a child. We have to eat 8 apples to get the same nutrient value for all those reasons that I talked about. I'm not going to go too far into skincare and what that's doing. But what I want to do is just drive this point home about toxicity and our body just being overworked. You have these natural filters that are trying to rid the body of toxin. The body is not meant to digest dyes and preservatives and chemicals. And so it's working overtime with the organs that help filter and rid the body of those toxins. They're all working overtime. They're overloaded. So here, just to drive home the point of toxicity before I talk about what Isagenix is and what the solution is for this, the American Red Cross did a study. It's actually called the American Study in 2004, where they tested the blood of 10 Americans, and they found 287 toxic chemicals in the blood. If you Google this, there's a lot more. They have it broken down by which kind of toxins, which kind of chemicals. There's a lot of information. But just for the sake of time tonight, I'm going to keep it short here. In those 287 toxic chemicals, most of them, the majority of those chemicals found in the bloodstream of these 10 Americans in 2004 were industrial chemicals that had been used over 30 years ago. And so these toxic chemicals have just been passed down mother to baby, mother to baby, mother to baby for all these years. I said baby because these were the 10 subjects in the American study. They were infant babies. They tapped the umbilical cord of these 10 babies, and that was where they found the 287 toxic chemicals. Unbelievable. Yes, we are born into toxicity. Here's the solution. Isagenix is the solution. Helping rid the body of the toxins that are overloading it, that are bogging it down, that are making us sick. And here you go. Here's the whole concept of what it is that these products do. We're a cleansing company. We're going to, at a cellular level, We are not a colon cleanse company. We're not a liver cleanse company, a kidney cleanse company. We are not organ specific. We are a full body cellular cleansing company. So what we're doing in essence is cleaning those cells from the toxic chemicals that are surrounding them, and we are releasing them through the urine. This isn't a poop cleanse. This is a pee cleanse. We release these toxins through the urine. Okay. What we're doing in these instances is we are bringing the body, 95% of us are acidic. We're bringing the body from an acidic state to a neutral state in 2 days clinically. We're getting our pH back to neutral, clinically proven, and then further into an alkaline state of health. When your body starts to function in an alkaline state of health, you get all the side effects of alkalinity. That's going to include stronger mental clarity. It's going to include better sleep, more energy, stronger immunity. The digestion is working correctly. All of your organs start working better. Your body just starts to work the way it was designed to work. A side effect of detoxification or cleansing, those are the same words, kind of use those one and the same. A side effect of detox or cleansing is to release body fat. It's a side effect. So what we're doing is alkalizing the body, and as a side effect, we're releasing the body fat. I'll explain that in a slide in a minute. Here's the main product, Cleanse for Life. This product is how this company was birthed 14 years ago. Okay, we drink this Cleanse for Life. It helps boost your mental clarity, your energy. It helps to hydrate the cells. Okay, and it allows you, as you are cleansing your body, it allows your body to control hunger. It allows your body to control blood sugar. This is all completely natural with no extra chemical, no appetite suppressant, and at the same time, it's hydrating the cell. There's 2 parts to our program. Keep it this simple. We have shake days and we have cleanse days. That's it. Shake days or cleanse days. In order to prep ourselves for our cleanse days, we want to get the body's pH neutralized. You're acidic. We're going to be adding basic food, acids versus bases. We can't just start combining acids and bases. So we introduce a well-rounded, nutrient-dense, clean, cold-processed protein shake that is a meal. We introduce these vitamins, minerals, fibers, carbs, healthy sugars, healthy fats. We introduce those to the body in 2 days clinically. Our pH goes to 7.0, and then we deep cleanse our body, which pushes our body to an alkaline state above 7.0. Okay, so the shake is the way to get body neutral. Then the cleanse can drive you further into alkalinity. This product I just threw in, it comes in every pack. I love it. I use it on a daily basis. Didn't know what it was when I started. This is a stress reliever, anti-inflammatory combination of adaptogenic herbs, botanicals, from roots, from plants, from fruits, from vegetables. And John Anderson formulated this product beautifully to help reduce stress on the body and reduce inflammation. We can use this up to 4 times a day. And we're just seeing beautiful results with this product. That product alone is worth trying this company. It's worth it. I'm not going to get into the skincare tonight, but we do have a whole line of skincare. If you're interested in the skincare, get with the person who invited you tonight. We can give you a whole lot more information. Of course, chemical-free, just as clean as the products are, cleaning the inside of our body. We want to clean the outside of the body too. Let's just talk about cellular cleansing, and then I want to show you some before and after pictures and move into the business aspect. But here, here's a slide that's probably familiar. You see that cell on the left-hand side that seems really normal, and that's what we studied growing up in school. But the truth is that's not what our cells look like necessarily in our body. Our cells have been damaged by toxins, by stress, by lack of sleep, by the things we're eating and breathing. Okay, and so our cells look really more like that middle cell. And as you know, our cells divide. You don't want that cell dividing. The cell on the right-hand side, that's a very terribly damaged cell. And that cell is going to tend to make a choice. That cell will kill itself so that it does not harm the body, because our bodies are designed to protect themselves. That cell would kill itself or turn to cancer. Okay. What we want to do with cellular cleansing is literally clean that cell free. We want to clean it of the toxin, cleanse. We're cleansing the cell. Clean it off and get it back to looking like the normal cell. That normal cell is the cell that we want in our body, dividing and dividing and dividing. Okay, it's hydrated, it's healthy, it hasn't been damaged before. That's what we're doing in Isagenix. It's just that. Before I show you the before and afters, I love this. This visual was really helpful for me in the beginning. Here you are, maybe a little bit overweight, carrying excess body fat. You have impurities in your system. You go on a diet. So I want to talk about the difference between dieting and cleansing. Here you go on a diet, your body shrinks down, you've probably deprived itself, it's probably eaten away not only some of the fat mass, but definitely eaten away some of the lean tissue because it's getting all the nutrients it can from maybe the muscles or the bone, right? It's going to take any nutrients it's not getting that it does need from everywhere else in the body because you deprived it. As we all know, diets rebound. Here's part of the reason why, probably the biggest reason. Our body is full of toxic impurity. Our body stores fat around these toxins. It uses fat to coat the toxins to protect the cell as a defense mechanism. So you've lost weight on your diet, but you still have not addressed the root of toxicity. You still have toxin in your body. Okay? So you're in a smaller space and your body says, oh my goodness, you know what? I've got all this toxin. I'm in a smaller body and I'm going to start grabbing fat and I'm going to start protecting myself and protecting these cells, and literally we go to a rebound. Not to mention your body's been deprived of something it's supposed to have, so you almost want it double fold as soon as you start eating again. Here's what we have with Isagenix. This is what nutritional cleansing does. We're taking out the impurity. We're keeping it out in some kind of a maintenance, a very minimal maintenance. A lot of us can do our maintenance for half the cost of the first pack that we bought. We buy more in the beginning because we really want to load the body. Okay, so now we've rid ourselves of the impurity. As a side effect, the fat does not have a position to protect the cell by coating the toxin. The toxin is gone, and so we're going to take that fat, and fat's going to go. It doesn't have a purpose anymore. Let me walk you through a couple of before and after testimonials here. I love this lady, guys, and it's not because her body just shrank. Look at her. This is a 9-month change. But I love the difference in her face. I love how much healthier she looks. This has completely changed her life. I love my guy, John, who in 5 months looks like he gave birth to a baby out of that belly. I just love sharing John. He's been around on these slides for 3 years, but I just love talking about him because this is very typical. He still looks that way. Some of you may know just some really good friends. These are people that I was athletes with in high school. Jamie would only send me a picture of his face. He wouldn't send me a picture of his whole body, so you could just tell by his face. But here, good friend Mike Donovan, his wife Adrienne, has an enormous business in Isagenix now. But Mike, to me, his physique looks different, but the real big change there is just how tired. Mike was exhausted. He was tired. You can see the look on his face. He looks stressed, and just look at the change. Renee Schreibman, another very good friend who suffers from a similar illness as me, just really need to see the transformation of carrying excess body fat into flushing a lot of that body fat into now putting lean tissue on her body. We will put lean tissue on your body, and I'm going to show you a slide in that. Here's another brand new friend, Melissa, who just can't believe the results. She has really gotten on board with a lot of people in the medical industry, and she is just enrolling these people left and right who are wanting to try this program because of her results. My friend Todd Loddick, I believe there's a lot of you on the phone tonight who know Todd. My favorite part about this picture is Todd did release some excess body fat. Now we've actually gone back and put on several inches on his chest of lean tissue, adding resistance along with the protein source that we have. But what I love the most is where Todd has placed the camera, where he's placed his phone taking a picture. And I know some of you are giggling, but here he is hiding behind it in the first picture. And by day 45, he knows he's a stud. He's a total stud. Big psychological change there going on. This is my friend David, who has blood sugar issues that he had to pay close attention to. David is now down 80 pounds, 80 pounds, gotten his life back, and like me, he has completely misplaced his medication for what he suffers from with his blood sugar issues. So David's just he's just really had a great result. Oh, Jim and Lois, love these two. They are 77 and 76 years old. They love Isagenix, and the cuties that they are. They love to go door to door in their little community that they live in and talk to people about Isagenix. They're just precious. Speaking of these guys, I have a 90, she's just 92 actually, 92-year-old aunt, my Aunt Kate, who's been using these products for 3 years. She's down almost 3 years, 2.5, I guess. She's down 25 pounds. All of her swelling in her joints has gone down. At her age of 92, she's had a beautiful result, and again, been using them. Her doctor said keep using these products. They've just changed you. She's not in any pain anymore. Just awesome. Yes, these are my children. A crazy little picture. They drink these shakes on a daily basis. I love getting these kind of nutrients in their bodies. They are safe. They are loaded with good stuff that these kids aren't getting. And I always bust them with chocolate faces. And yeah, I like that little picture of me drinking a big old glass of wine, because for a lot of you, I wasn't willing to give up my wine when I started this. It was a question that I had. No, you guys don't have to give up the scotch or the bourbon or the beer. You can actually live a normal life and use Isagenix at the same time. We still eat food. We still drink cocktails sometimes. This is my friend Tom. I just spoke with him in Hilton Head on a panel who's down 100 pounds. And we have a lot of these success stories. We've got hundreds of people that have lost over 100 pounds in our company. All right, so let's switch gears for a second. This is our friend Ryan. He might even be on. Ryan, thanks for letting me use your pictures. Ryan was kind of small. He was 15 going on 16 in this picture. He started using Isagenix, was getting picked on a little bit at school from what I understand, and here Ryan is, after starting the program, really adding some resistance and lean tissue. But what I want to show you is the next slide. So 2 years after starting this program, Ryan is now 18 years old. He got really serious about changing his physique and using this for just nutrition and amino acid building. This is Ryan now. He looks awesome. He is competing a little bit in bodybuilding. He's obviously a model, as you can see, and just a dear, sweet friend, and we love using his pictures. We have athletes around the world using this. We've got some of the highest level athletes. Yes, we have Olympians using this product. If that doesn't tell you how clean it is, they're all over the place. Some of you have heard of Cathy Savage, who trains most of the top fitness competitors in the world, along with Lori Harder, who's on the cover of Oxygen there. These ladies introduced Isagenix into their careers, and both of their careers skyrocketed. On a professional standpoint, you guys know, ladies, Kelly Ripa, this is her secret. She uses our product. Denzel Washington, the Glovers, you've got all kinds of football players. I personally sponsored Joe Andruzzi, or no, I didn't. I sponsored Jay Fiedler. Joe Andruzzi is down there on the right-hand side. 3-time Super Bowl champion Joe Andruzzi, who played for the Patriots. And I'll tell you, what's really special about Joe is not his football career, but the fact that he's a father of 5, and he's a cancer survivor. He's got a beautiful foundation for cancer up in New England, and is just a dear. And he is on our team here in the global exec team. Jay Fiedler, I personally sponsored on these products and got 10 pounds off of them really quick. Jimmy Hitchcock is part of the Cepeda team. On the left, Jimmy was using a program called Shakeology, and we got a hold of him and said, you might want to try our product. And his picture on the right is 120 days later on our product line, Jimmy. So he's a huge advocate for the company. This is one of my personal favorites. This lady in the middle is 2013 Miss Figure Universe at the age of 43. She has a booming business in Isagenix because she's very passionate about using this clean product and helping other people find financial support and using a product like this. And that's her husband on the left-hand side, who's also starting to boom a really big business too. Yes, Michael Jordan uses our products. He is not a paid endorsement. Ray Lewis, that is, with our company owner, Eric Coover. We do not pay our athletes to use our product line. They just like the products. So the company's been validated for 13 years. I hope that that was enough information for you to feel really good about what it is that we're doing here with Isagenix. And of course, if it's not, please, with your product questions, go back to the person who invited you. I'm going to shift gears a little bit, and hopefully we can keep you guys. There's a way to get your products for free. So if you're really joining tonight just for product, we understand that this will help explain how we like to tell people you can do Isagenix for free, and here's how we're doing it. So if you want to stay around to just hear that, or if you want to stay around and hear about how in 33 months with this company, I will have earned, I guess I'm about 12 weeks away. No, I'm not even. Oh my gosh, I'm about 8 weeks away from being a millionaire with this company in about 32, 33 months. I crossed out the font today because I used to do this presentation for being a product user who started earning six figures with the company. And as of today, I'm happy to tell you that we're closing down here on millionaire status with the company. But here's what happened. And the reason I love to share this is because not only can any single solitary person, any of you who are listening on this call tonight, any of you can do what my husband and I have accomplished in this business. And I say that so sincerely. And I want to tell you even further that some of you on this call, you're actually outperforming my pace. You're actually ahead of where I was with these milestones. There are some people here who are going to earn $1 million with this company long before 33 months. And you know who you are. And the fact is, if you're brand new listening for the first time, you can do that too. And the reason I say that is because I am a very busy, one of the busiest people you will ever meet. When I started this company for us, for Joe and I, when we started using the Isagenix product line, we were not interested in doing this as a business. We had 3 other companies that we owned. We had 3 very small children. They were 2, 4, and 6. So here I was, an entrepreneur to 3 companies, very successful companies at the time. I was barely jumping into this to just get the product in my body because I was ready for it from a health perspective, and still raising our kids. And how I did this, guys, is I just followed a model. I followed a model that we teach you. We teach our new people. This is the model that you follow. I just did it because people wanted the product, and I wanted to get it for them. They were going to go get it anyway. And I thought, oh, I don't have time for this, but let me at least just show them how to get their product, and I'll just keep going. And I literally did that. We would help people open an account, and then I would go back to work and help people open an account. And one by one, it just snowballed into this beautiful, magnificent, simple compensation plan that has just paid us out very generously. And so remember, keep it that simple. But I want to talk about what is it that we're doing. Well, I'm the first to tell you, 2.5 years ago, I wasn't interested in adding a business. I wasn't interested in network marketing. Did the sound of more money sound good? Sure, it does. To anyone. I can love a product and talk about it to people and earn a living. Sure, I'll do it in the little tiny bit of time that I have to do it. But now I've come to discover that network marketing, this is what people are doing. You have women all over the country and world getting involved with network marketing opportunities, whether it be jewelry, makeup, skincare, handbags. They're all doing it. Why? Because they're earning some supplemental income. You have men doing it because they are interested now more than ever, coming out of a recession that we're not even out yet. People who lost money in the stock market, people who realize that their current position at their company may not be as safe and reliable as they thought it was 10 years ago, maybe when they started. And they're looking for ways to have supplemental income in case something happens. They're looking for, I know you men that are on the line right now, you're looking for an exit strategy potentially out of your current role. Have you thought about, by the time you hit 40, 45, 50, 55, have you thought about what your income is going to be when you leave your job? Have you even, if you're in your 30s, have you ever thought of retiring at 40? Have you thought of retiring at 42, 43? I don't know. If you're 40, if you're in your 40s, if you thought of retiring in a year or two, maybe three, I don't know, call it 3 years. You have an opportunity with Isagenix to share something magnificent and earn a really great income that potentially could get you out of your current position if you don't want to do it forever. Some of you want to work forever. I don't know. Some of you do. I didn't. So here's what really launched me. About 2, 3 months into using this product, I found this slide. Guys, if it was good enough for Donald Trump, it's good enough for me. These are some of the top economists in the world endorsing these companies. And you can Google this and find it. This is what's happening in network marketing. Look at the industry. Look at what it's producing. Network marketing is at the top. We're at the top. This is the shift that's going on. Why not an at-home business that you do part-time? Part-time. I don't have more than part-time hours to give this. We have sold all 3 companies since we started this. I can't sell the kids, so I still got the kids. But I've got the kids. I'm a full-time mother and wife. I'm a housekeeper, and Isagenix comes next. I have built this outside of every carpool, every gymnastics practice, every soccer practice, every bedtime story at night. We have built this around that in the pockets of our lives that we can find to do it. Why are people on this team having massive success? Because they're working so efficiently with the time that they have. I'd rather people spend less time and be really efficient than spend 30 or 40 hours a week being half efficient, right? So that's what we're doing. So here's some income. I want to walk through the types of income. Most of you all are in a linear income situation where you are trading your time for money. If you show up, you make money. If you don't show up, you don't make money. Leveraged income, second kind. I like to call this an investment. Maybe you're investing your money somewhere. But residual income is what we are doing. That is the solution with Isagenix and network marketing. Residual income is what we are doing here. We are spending some period of time, a season. It could be a year, 2, 3, 5, 10 years, whatever it might be. I don't know, 20, however long you want to do this for. You are going to build something for a season, and it's going to pay you out for the rest of your life. An example of any other residual income business would be an author who writes a book one time, who spends a year or 2 or 5 writing a book, and they are paid royalties on that book for the rest of their life. Actors, same thing with movies. And now, of course, I'm adding Isagenix professionals. That's what we're doing here. I know now that I will earn no less, well, certainly no less than $700,000 a year in this company. Looks like we're building up to about $1.5 million a year, and then on to just over $2 million a year. Okay, and we'll see where it goes after that. But that is what our compensation plan offers, and we will be paid that annually with this company forever. Okay, I want to close out just by talking about what is going on with our markets. As far as the compensation plan, there are lots of videos online. Your person that invited you to the call can walk you through our compensation plan. We do trainings on our compensation plan. In fact, every Friday we do it. And also we do webinars like this and walk you through. So we're not going to go through the compensation plan tonight. Just know that it's very simple. So as simple as the products are shake days and cleanse days, the compensation plan is as simple as we build a right team and we build a left team. And together those left teams and right teams create volumes of purchasing in Isagenix. Everything that's purchased is collected and banked for you, and it is paid out to you through something we call a residual cycle. It's a cycle of pay for the volume that you're creating, building 2 teams left and right. Okay, so I'm not going to get into that tonight because it is that simple. It's that basic. Build 2 teams. Your coach will show you how. But here's why Isagenix in particular. There are a lot of companies out there. But here's why Isagenix in particular is positioned so beautifully for people to have success. 3 things. This is what's going on in our markets. We have the information age, we have the age wave, and we have our markets and what they're doing. We call it the perfect storm. And there are books out there, Google them, There are books out there about the perfect storm of opportunity, and it talks about what our markets are doing right now, what the age wave is, and what the information age is. So let me go quickly through the information age. Everybody's got internet, everybody's got email, everybody's got Facebook, Twitter, any of these social media, smartphones. This is the information age. We can talk to someone across the world right now on Skype in China. It took me 6 minutes to set up a call with China a few months ago. China. I have calls with Australia as often as I want through Skype. We can post one thing on Facebook and have 1 million people see it in a 24-hour period. I told somebody literally this week, I grew $1 million business using a cell phone. My overhead is a cell phone, and I have a piece of paper with names on it. Names of people who I want to introduce to this opportunity, I want to introduce to these products, and on a weekly basis, I take that piece of paper with me with my cell phone, and that's how we've run $1 million business this year. So information age is here. Text messaging, a beautiful thing. Facebook, a beautiful thing. Let's talk about, that was the information age. Now let's talk about the age wave. This is what's going on. This is what the books are about. The baby boomers are big. For the first time in history, here's the age wave. You've got the baby boomers, Generation X, and Generation Y, that last bullet, all wanting the same thing at the same time. Gen X is here, Gen Y is here, and the boomers are here. The boomers are a massive population. They control 80% of the personal financial assets in this country, and entire industries have risen and fallen based on the needs of the baby boomers. What do the baby boomers want? Some of you are on the phone. You want to stay alive longer. You want to live healthfully. You want to be around for your grandchildren. You want to have more energy. But you also know what it's like to go through a recession. You know what it's like to lose assets. You're also looking for financial supplementation to live comfortably. Right now, for the first time in history, we're seeing the boomers, Generation X and Y, all wanting the same thing, better health, not to work for the rest of their lives, right? Combine them all together. So here's what the markets are doing. Isagenix is a nutritional cleansing company. Here's what's going on in our markets. Weight loss, $198 million per day in the United States are spent on weight loss product. Anti-aging, $11 billion a year. Nutritional fitness, $40 billion per year. That is a total of $200 billion annually spent in the U.S. on a solution that we have. We have nutritional fitness. You're talking about the athletes, the sports population, professional athletes, right? Anti-aging. We have a group of doctors whose team won a Nobel Prize for discovering an anti-aging element that we are using in a product line. It's called Product B. We didn't get into it tonight. These are 25 of the top doctors in the world that are on staff formulating these products. Okay, we have all these. The market is calling for us right now. Let me close out with timing. I told you at the end I wanted to teach you about the timing. This is the part that excites me. In any network marketing company, you want to come into a company before or during momentum. Momentum is a very, very real phase of growth that will happen when a company hits a number basically called critical mass. You have enough people talking about, sharing, excited about, posting about, getting results from Isagenix. And when there's enough people doing it and the company has grown and sustained that growth over this, in our case, a 9 or 10 year period, it goes into a phase called momentum. It's a momentous growth. The growth chart goes straight up vertical and the growth rates are explosive. Right now, for even some of us just being in the company for 2.5 years, we are feeling the momentum. People are finding out about Isagenix 2, 3, 7, 8 years ago. People didn't know. You had to spend a lot of time educating them. Right now, it's exploding. The growth is enormous. And so we say, go tell people you know about this. 80% of the people, 80% of the people that come into Isagenix over the next, I don't know, through momentum, will come on in the next 36, 48 months, to 4 or 5 years. 80% of the people. That means they're coming onto your teams. They're part of that right team or left team that's going to help pay you out residually immediately and in the long run. So your timing is perfect. And we will be saying that in this company for the next 3 years. Your timing is perfect. You're getting in ahead of the masses and masses of people. 80% of them that'll help grow this company. These are just some other network marketing companies. I do want to tell you, our company is on track to be $1 billion a year company. For the business-minded professionals on the phone, this is going to be $1 billion a year company in our 14th year. The companies that are listed here, the one that earned $1 billion annual the soonest took 25 years to do it. These are good, strong companies. 25 years to reach $1 billion annual. Isagenix is doing it in their 14th year. 14th year. A lot because of the 3 reasons I told you about with the information age, the age wave, and then what's going on in our markets. So at our current rate of growth, what we're really going to see, and this is what is projected, and so far we're seeing it in 3 years from now, call it 2018, we're going to be a $3 billion a year company. You're coming into the company when it's getting ready to go to $1 billion, it's going to triple. The volume is going to triple in the next 3 to 4 years. That's a conservative guesstimate. If the company just kind of stays at the same period of growth, or even if the growth slows, it's still going to be a $3 billion a year company in 2018. Your timing is beautiful. So what I want to do, and this is going to be my last slide here, because I'm not going to comp plan. I'm not going to, if you're thinking about just trying to get your product for free, it's doable. Share it with 2 to 3 to 4 people. It really only takes 2. You'll get your product for half off. The person who invited you can show you how we do that. But in closing, our lives have been completely changed. We've sold 3 companies. We're in such a comfortable financial position now. We never thought 2 years ago when we started this was going to happen. My last 2 months, just one position, we've got 3 positions in the company. One position, let's just say last month, one position earned $84,000 in the month of April. Another position earned almost $40,000. Another position earned right under $10,000. So our 3 positions in this company in the month of April did $130,000 of residual income. So I share that with you. That was very hard for me initially to start talking about. But what that is a reflection of how many people we are helping with their health, how many people we are helping financially. That number just indicates the masses of people that are using this product and getting results. Right? So here you are, you've potentially started a company. You don't even have to start building a business right now. You can do that anytime you want. You can feel great. Remember how simple it is. We are not in sales. This is not a sales company. Who likes to sell? I don't know, some of you like to sell. I don't like to sell. This is something that we share with people. We invite you to join us. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Think about it. Do more research. Talk to more people, whatever it is. We share this opportunity, and when people are ready, they come join us. Okay, we are not multi-level. We are paid infinitely in a binary comp plan. For those of you who are familiar with network marketing, this is a binary comp plan with unlimited levels. The company only caps you out at $700,000 a year. $700,000 a year, you cap out, and guess what? They give you another position to grow to another $700,000 a year. Okay. When I opened my account, my husband and I each started on a President Pack. That is the pack that I recommend to each of you. It is the most comprehensive pack that we have. It works the best. It has the best results, the best long-term sustainability. From a business standpoint, you're opening a business, it's really $600, but my husband and I both bought one, so we opened a business, which we didn't realize at the time we were opening a business. We ordered $1,200 worth of product between the 2 of us, which is now obviously our return has been quite giant, but we opened a business for $1,200. There's tax advantages. You work out of your office. You can write off all this food. And again, your overhead is your cell phone and eating Isagenix. It's food. Your timing is now. It's never been a better time. Pull the trigger. Figure out why you pulled the trigger later. We'll show you. We'll teach you. And then in closing, this network marketing in this company. Network marketing is a beautiful model. In this company, it's impossible to fail because of how they've set up this structure. Jim and Cathy Coover are our founders with John Anderson, the scientist, the master formulator. They got it right. Cathy Coover was in the field doing what we do for many, many years in another company very successfully, and has now decided she wanted to run and own Isagenix. 13 years now, we're in our 14th year. This is a no-fail business model. You can't fail. Plus, you have no boss. You have nobody to answer to except yourself. You have a team supporting you. We grow commissions together. Whoever sponsors you is going to help you grow commissions. Hopefully, they're building and they're just as excited as you're going to be. You're going to do this together. You're going to build two teams of people. And because of the binary comp plan and the way that they allow us to work together, you can't fail at this. There's only one way to fail. You can fail if you don't start, and you can fail if you stop doing it. Once you get in, once you get your product, if you start telling people, you're going to see the magnificence of this model start to work for you. You're going to see where these payouts start to come from, and we're going to teach you our tricks on this team. We've got strategies that can really launch your business. So no fail business, get behind it, get the product in your body, build the belief that you will start to feel, I believe, I'm passionate about this because it works, it's beautiful, you can't tell me it doesn't. And now I have the financial belief too, that this can work for any of you, and we believe that it can. Let me close by saying thank you so much for joining. We realize you have other things to do tonight, that you have busy, busy lives. You're probably falling asleep. Hopefully you're really fired up, but we ask you to go back to the person who invited you. Ask them about a President Pack. There's options to customize these packs to make it perfect for you, and then let us start teaching you the business. We've got the best training in the world that rolls into the #1 income earning couple, Herb and Patty Cepeda, in the entire world in Isagenix. Out of 500,000 business centers in Isagenix, we roll into, they personally sponsored me, the #1 income earning couple in the world. So welcome to the greatest team, and we look forward to you getting to be this excited about this opportunity and sharing it with other people that you know. Everybody have a great night. Thanks again.